Many women in a relationship with their man but feel like they are in a relationship with an alien. The reason is that they don't feel like their man understands them and they don't understand their man either. They feel like their man and they speak different languages, look at the world differently, and even ask themselves if their partners are right for them. I had certainly been there, and now looking back, I find it hilarious. So what has changed? What made me from exactly where you're at right now, confused, hopeless, and doubtful, to now find it funny? It is because I have learned to understand the male brain and their foreign language. Now I understand my man much better than before, which leads us to have greater and greater relationship as time passes by. Ladies, you may not believe me yet, but the truth is, your man is very easy to understand. It's us who makes it so foreign and so complicated to understand our man. Now, some ladies may not like what I just said, but it is the truth. Continue watching and I will explain why your man is much easier to understand than you think, and how you can learn to speak and understand his language to receive what you need and want from your husband or boyfriend. First, I want to explain why we have such a strong misconception that men are hard to understand. Some women even say that only women can make a woman happy. Men can't make women happy. This is not true because the fact is that women make women feel insecure and men make women feel secure and much better about herself. However, I will go more in depth about this topic in another video. Now go back to why we have such destructive beliefs about men and women in romantic relationships. Women and men are different. This is the one thing that I constantly share and help women to realize and understand. Women and men are different biologically, psychologically, emotionally, sexually, and in many other areas. As a result, women and men don't speak and think in the same language. You may both actually speak the same actual language, whether it's English, Spanish, French, or whichever, but the way you and your man interpret and use the language aren't the same. An excellent example that I could think of right now is when a woman and a man say, "I'm fine." Exact same words, but completely different meanings and intentions underneath these two words. When a man says, "I'm fine," rest assured that he's actually fine and you can leave him alone. However, when a woman says, "I'm fine," you better not leave her. Sit next to her, ask her what's wrong, what mistakes you have made, and prepare to apologize to her. If you leave her when she says, "I'm fine," you'll prepare yourself for a big storm. Logically, we can see that what a woman says and what she means are out of alignment, right? But emotionally, it makes complete sense. Women and men are both emotional and logical creatures. However, when a man and a woman get into a romantic relationship, she leans toward her emotional part, while he stays the same. This makes the man become too logical for her, and she becomes too emotional for him. But this is fine. This is what is supposed to be in a relationship. Her emotion and his logic are how the two complement each other and take the relationship to the next level. The problem is when the woman and the man don't know how to work with their differences and assume that the problem is because she's too emotional or he's too logical and they can't understand each other's language. How many times you just want to talk to your man about your problems and express your feelings so you could feel better, feel loved and supported by him. However, instead of listening to you and validating your feelings, your man starts to tell you what you need to do and not to do to solve your problems. As a result, you don't feel heard by him and you feel like he doesn't understand you at all. This is another example of how you and your man speak a different language to each other. Your man loves you and he hates seeing you struggle with your your problems. Therefore, he shows love by finding solutions for your problems. On the other hand, you don't want your man to solve your problems. You just want him to listen and hear your feelings and validate you so you could feel better. This is where you can see that your man speaks with logic while you speak with emotion. Emotions are complicated and hard to understand. You have to admit this, ladies. Sometimes we don't even understand the way we feel either. Then how can we expect our man to be perfect at understanding how we feel and making us feel better? What makes him perfect is that he's willing to learn about the differences between you and him and improve himself day by day. That is how you know he truly loves and wants to be with you in the long run. Logic is much easier to understand as it follows rules as 1 + 1 = 2 and I'm fine means I'm really fine. That's why your man is very easy to understand, ladies. He literally means what he says, not more, not less like us. So whatever your man is telling you, believe him. That's really what he means and that's his language. Don't wonder or ask yourself what he means when he says this or that, because only women like us say things with hidden meanings. We are complicated, so we think that men are also complicated like us. And when we don't understand our men, we think that they are even more complicated than us. Learn to understand your man's language is actually very easy because you were speaking that same language before when you were single. It's just that when we get into a romantic relationship, our feminine side, our insecure and emotional parts of us get activated, so we completely forget the language that men speak or that we used to speak. I understand both women's and men's language, as this is my field, what I study, and this is my passion. However, men and women in relationships generally aren't aware of the differences, and then they get hurt, upset, angry, and resentful at their partners. Realize that men and women are different and learn to understand and speak his language will help you get what you need and want from your man. Let him know what you need in his language, not your language, because we never direct about what we ask. His language is very direct and instructional. Tell him exactly what you need so he doesn't have to guess but follow exactly what you ask, and you will be surprised how happy he is to please you and make you much happier. I hope this video adds value to your love life. For more future videos like this, then don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and turn the bell notification on, and you will be notified when my next video is out. Thank you for your attention. I hope you have a great day. Take care, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.